two-county community, Atlantic and Cape May, there's over 1,000 kids that live in foster care.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Cruisin with Zach. Today we have the Director of Community Development over at Casa for Children of Atlantic and Cape May County, Miss Karen Rosa. Karen, welcome on the show.
Thank you, Zach. Good to be here.
Yeah, good to be inside this car in this nor'easter.
Yeah, it's cold out there.
Yeah. But on Cruisin with Zach, we like to have fun. We like to have on local personalities, local charities, business owners. But every once in a while, we like to get real and talk about nonprofit organizations. So you're over there at Casa. I love the work that you guys are doing. But for people that are not familiar, tell us about the organization, what you guys do.
We are a nonprofit organization, like you said, and we're part of a national organization. It's the National Casa Association, and we recruit and train community volunteers to be court advocates for kids that live in foster care.
Okay. And you are the Director of Community Development, so what is your role in the organization?
I have lots of hats in the organization. Sure. I mean, as all nonprofits do. You know, actually, we're a pretty decent sized shop. We have 10 full-time employees, so for a nonprofit, that's pretty good. And so I'm responsible for all the PR, the marketing, the communication, all the print materials, grant writing, and outreach, community outreach, which is why I'm sitting in this car with you today.
There you go. So just spreading the word, and you're trying to recruit volunteers, like you said, to speak on behalf of children. Can you expand on that a little bit, exactly what that entails?
Yes, I can. Let me just back up a little bit, because in Atlantic and Cape May counties, I was shocked to hear this when I first started at Casa 8 years ago, that in our two-county community, Atlantic and Cape May, there's over 1,000 kids that live in foster care. So, I mean, and we're not very heavily populated, so that's a lot of children.
Yeah.
And so what we do is like you said, we recruit volunteers, community people. You don't have to have any special skills or anything, just a desire to help a child in need. And we train them and support them throughout their case, and volunteers literally go and visit with the children. They develop relationships with the children, and our program is really unique because our volunteers are literally court appointed. A judge swears them in. Okay. And then they are appointed to a case, and they have the ability to go and speak with anybody that's involved in that child's life, which makes the CASA program very, very unique. We have access to school teachers, counselors, doctors, the foster parents, the biological parents, anybody that has had any influence in that child's life. We have the ability to talk to them.
Now, do you know, just in our area, because I know it's a national organization, but what are the numbers looking like, volunteers to children? Is there are we inundated here? Are you understaffed?
Yes, we are. And actually, nationally there's almost half a million kids that live in foster care. That's national statistic. In the state of New Jersey, I think it's about 13,000 kids in the state of New Jersey.
Now, when you say kids, sorry to interrupt, what's the ages here? Like, what is a child?
Birth to 21.
Okay, wow.
We're lucky in our state. Our kids that are in foster care can stay in. They have to opt in, but they can stay in past their 18th birthday. Okay. There are many states around the country that they can't do that. Once they're 18, they're kind of pushed out into the world, on their own. But in our state, they can opt the child or the youth can opt to stay in care until they're 21. So you asked about the ratio.
Yes.
So, like I said, there was 1,050 kids in care in Atlantic and Cape May counties, and we have the ability in our office to provide a CASA volunteer this fiscal year, which is ending in June. We'll be able to provide a CASA volunteer to 675 of those kids. So there's a shortfall, with the and in the state of New Jersey, there is a shortfall on all of the counties, except there's one county in the state that has provided service to all of the children in their care in their community. Only one of them. Our organization was actually incorporated in 1995, and I'll tell you, this is a really tragic story why our program started, but I'll share it with you. There was a woman who was a foster parent up in northern New Jersey, and she had a little girl in her home, and the little girl ended up going to another placement.
Okay.
And at the objection of this woman who was the foster mother, she did not want this little girl to leave her home, but she was replaced somewhere else, and the little girl ended up dying at the hands of the place where she was placed. So this woman was so distraught over this whole thing, she closed her foster home and she moved down to southern New Jersey, and she didn't want other people to have to go through this, because I can't imagine what she went through.
Yeah.
So she researched and she found that there was this program, Casa, that had been started in California, and I'm sorry, not in California, in Seattle, and she decided that she was going to bring that program here because it was advocates for the kids, and they were only there for the kids, and it was a one-on-one. That's another thing that's really unique with us. There's caseworkers that work for the state and everything, but they have heavy caseloads.
Yeah, I'm sure. And
our volunteers just have one, or either one family children or two family children. That's it. And so it's really like a one-on-one, very focused effort on those small amount of children. So Mary brought the program here in 1995. It was incorporated, and then in 2001 was when we expanded into Cape May County, because it was just started in Atlantic County.
Right.
So we expanded into Cape May County in 2001. So if you take in service to both counties, we've been in existence for, this will be our 17th year.
That's
and
great.
That first year that we went into Cape May County, we only had, I think, 30 volunteers.
And how many do you have now?
We have over 230 volunteers now.
That's beautiful. Let's try and make it over 300.
Yeah.
Right? Well, usually we hop right into the lightning round, but I'm going to do something.
Okay.
I'm going to do something different.
All
I'm
right.
going to skip the lightning round because this is, a serious organization, and in the country that we're in today, where it's so divisive, it's left versus right versus who's kneeling, who's not kneeling. I think we can all agree, anytime that we can help out a child, everyone's a winner, especially the children. So we're just going to skip the lightning round, and you have the floor. What do we have coming up? Do you have fundraisers coming up? Do you have a golf outing? How can people reach out if they don't want to be a volunteer, if they don't have the time? Can they donate money? What can they do?
They can do all of the above. We do actually have a big event coming up. April happens to be Child Abuse Prevention Month, and so we always have a big event during that month, and it happens to be April 19th this year, and it's called Go Blue for Casa, because the color for child abuse prevention is blue.
Okay.
So it's Going Blue for Casa, and that's April 19th at the...
I'm rocking the blue today. I'm a little early.
And that's at Linwood Country Club, and that's a dress down event, so it's only $35 to attend. There's an auction, there's food and music and all fun stuff. And that's one way that you can help. You mentioned a golf tournament. How did you know that we had a golf tournament?
Listen, I like to golf. I was just, taking a shot in the dark.
We do actually introduce the golf tournament. Last year was our first year, so this will be our second annual, and that is June. Lauren's going to be mad if I don't get the date right. 25th, I believe. It's a Monday in June. It's the last Monday of June, and that's at Great Bay Country Club.
Oh, beautiful. They do great stuff over there.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, we were really pleased with it last year.
All right, so when I post the video, I'm going to put a description and links to all of that into the description. Karen, thank you so much for coming on, and hopefully we can help you out in Casa.
Thank you, Zach. Good to be here.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.